Welcome back. So, last night, I was talking about the video before was the day before, and then over the 24-hour period or 12-hour period, leading into the night, some more interesting stuff happened. So, a being that I saw, and I don't have a name for it, but it was in my astral space, right? And I've been warming up to some beings, and I don't have a name for it, so I don't know how to describe. But so basically, when I thought that they were, going to be cool with me or whatever, they came back last night, and they tried to attack me. So then I was just like, "So what do you think you're doing?" So in this astral veil, basically, this is the reality that you can't see. So basically, if you had an apple, there would be like maybe 60-40 cut out of it. You know what I mean? And 60 is like this percent. And then 40 is what we're living in, using 10% of half our brain or whatever, which is a massive amount of power. But there's so much more that goes into having 100%, that it goes into a realm of having like, alternate abilities, telepathic abilities, all kind of stuff. So this veil that we can't see past is literally reality. So that's the reality that I see, beings like Ratfink or any of these other beings. I see them in that veil, and they're standing either right in front of me, or we go into an astral space, which is the same thing as that veil. But it's another world space that is real, but you can leave and go into that space, and then or you can be in this space and then see that overlay with reality, if that makes sense. It makes a whole apple, if that makes sense, just in simple terms. So the night goes by, and then one of these beings that I'd seen before try to attack me, right? So I didn't realize what my potential was. So I guess Divine Feminine knew that all this was coming and just waited patiently for it to happen so I could realize what I was capable of. Basically, that's the only reason I can see why this would, knowing they knew that this was going to happen. But they were like, all right, now you see what you can do. And I was like, holy fuck. So when the being attacked me in the veil, I was Mickey inside of it. So I realized, okay, so if I cross this veil, I just become Mickey Mouse, which makes sense, because then people in a third dimensional perspective will be able to see me, but then I'll have an open magnetic field into that other realm that people can't see. So if we do like an event, I'll be able to introduce people to Thor that may not be able to see him or something like that, so to speak. But these beings, what I know is that they can show themselves whenever they want to. So there's that aspect too, that, breaching the magnetic fields to express or whatever, or, to be there tangibly. So, yeah. So with this being said, a lot of my regiments include seeing them not so tangible, so I can exercise my brain. And it's working. It really does work. I like to see them as tangible as I can whenever I can. But, if I can't, then it's good, to know that that's what they're doing. They're trying to exercise you. All right. So the being had attacked me, and my arm was in his mouth, and I was Mickey, and I was like, I said, what do you think you're doing? I said, man, I thought I seen you before or whatever like that. And then they got in my face or whatever. And I said, back off or whatever. And I just barely, just in my imagination, I was like, all right, now get back, right? And they fucking flew back. And I was like, whoa, holy shit. That shit was like Neo in the Matrix, like controlling like agents and saying, get off of me. And then they came back again. So I said, all right, man, I'm trying to be nice with you. I told you, if I feel like I need a reason to be agitated, I'm gonna. So then I just said, all right, on or whatever. And it was like instinct. And all this blue shit came off of me and was like, and then just fucking throws them like real far. And I was like, holy shit. And it was easy. And it's this veil. This is literally getting ready to be reality for me. I'm literally going to possess some powers that come from, entities, that have, this super abilities, for example. So, interesting. So when all that happened, I was cool. And I said, come on back when whenever you can act like you got some manners or something. And that was it. That's what I said. And I went back and I sat down and I was really like, wow, okay. And then I was real cool about it because it happened like several times that night, kind of, and last night, and I did it a lot, and I realized, man, I'm like fucking gonna be powerful. Like this Mickey Mouse dude has a shitload of superhuman abilities, and I was thinking about people like him, like, wow, man, okay, so I get it, okay. That's why I had to work my ass off because if I was a kid, she could have made me have like some head trauma or something, and then I would have came out. But she waited until now. So as you can see how it connects, like, so let me go ahead and continue the story. So after this happened, I was literally able to like, this blue electricity, it was fucking ill, man. I was just like, now get off of me for sure. And I said, no, and I'm like, and after a while, I was like, no, thank you. And then and then motherfuckers would go flying. And I was like, damn, this is fucking unbelievable. And it was extremely easy. And I felt like I was doing it just like I was in here. So I was like, this is going to be way too easy. You can change anything. And I started thinking about the implications from a tangible thought of it. So I was like, okay, so Unicorn Squad, I'm just going to make their bank accounts $1 million accounts. And then we'll be able to move in style. And then the numbers will just change. And that's pretty much what manifestation is. Like, so I'll know who you are, and you know, and they will let me know, you know, who's for real or whatever, and it won't even matter, you know, because I'm trying to like work with you know, the both sides. You know, I really want to, you know, bring both sides together and everybody live in peace. So that's what I'm saying. That's what this is about. So he showed up late that night after I was real cool with everybody trying to come at me like that, and he passed the hammer to me and I put it in my hand, and then it didn't dawn on me that nobody in the whole fucking world can even hold that hammer, bro. And I was just like, wait a minute. So the next day I woke up like, holy shit, I fucking, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like the night it happened, all that stuff happened. So I was just kind of sitting there kind of stoic, like a deer in headlights, just kind of like, you know, looking around, and I'm watching the TV, and I knew he was there with it because, see, what I'm saying is it was right here. This space opened up and he was right there. And this is, for example, where the poodle was when it shrunk down from 25 feet down to a manageable more size so I could talk to him. I think it was a girl. But anyways, the TV was casting a light on the blue from the TV was casting on it. So I was like, damn, I'm really holding it. And I was moving my arm. I was like, holy shit. And, bro, I held it, and it was light, but he was like, you know, if you can hold it, you know, you're ready. You know what I'm saying? And he says, now you're ready. And I was just like, oh shit. So this moment, man, I'm telling you today, it had me like on some emotional shit because my head is breaking right now. And it's all timed out. So the maker had it. Lady Love had it timed out, you guys, to a T, like down to this. And it was perfectly timed for everything to happen, like it was perfectly knit. And I was just like, whoa. So I guess she knew they were going to do that. And she was like, all right, so how's he going to act? And, you know, some other things happened, you know, and she's like, hey, you know, I'm going to give them this, you know, is this okay with you? And I said, absolutely. So it was like I was being tested the whole time. And then after those encounters happened, she says, well, it's just going to take some time. And I was like, right, old habits die hard, huh? So, and I said, man, you know, even like reptilians, for example, when I was talking to some of them as of recently, I was like, man, what a beautiful species. I mean, of beings. And they were charismatic and charming and shit and smiling. I was just like, you know what? There's no monsters in here. That's what I thought. I was like, man, hold on. So, you know, and the way they were smiling, like the charisma and shit, and you could just see it. And even after that day or later that night, I was hanging out in the astral world with some of them. Like one of them was dancing or something, showing me some dance moves, dancing with a smaller being. So I'm trying to, you know, correct myself and get myself more focused into having a more open mind when it comes to, you know, different types of beings that walk in this world, you know? So Yeah, so he was like, man, you're ready now. And I was just like, holy shit. Man, the next day I woke up like fucking, man, I was teared up. Because it didn't dawn on me. Like I was holding his hammer. Like, you got to think about it. There's no comic book that is actually real where anyone was actually able to hold this hammer except for like, what, one person in the fictional comic world that doesn't exist. And I held it and I couldn't believe it. And I realized the hammer is alive. And if you're worthy of this hammer, you can pick it up. So it was just like, wow. And it changes, it shapeshifts. And kind of like that Flight of the Navigator, like this is all like metal and stuff, but or something, or a shapeshift, or he's got a bunch of them or something like that. Because this isn't like the one that I saw a different time when he had it, and it had an arc shape to it. So it's like different ones apparently he has, or they shapeshift or something like that. But yeah, interesting stories. It's quite exciting, right? All right, so we're gonna keep on going. Oh my gosh. All right, folks, we're gonna keep on going. Holy shit, I can't fucking believe it all this time. All right, folks, we're gonna. All right, all these years, man, people hear me say, all right, folks. It's like, that's what the. Oh my gosh. There it is again. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is exciting. So, as the veil breaks through, as I get cross more into this veil, I will have tangibility, straight on tangibility, into the third dimension of these superhuman abilities, and it is, oh my gosh, I can't wait to show you. It's like Fantasia, like for real, and we have superhuman abilities, folks. There it is again. I don't have control over that. I say, folks. What the hell? Okay, so if anybody doesn't know about that, they'll find out here in a little bit if they don't know about the history of Disney cartoons. But wow, oh my gosh, I get so distracted. Oh my gosh, it's making me get dizzy just thinking about all that I just said. It makes it come out like when, oh my gosh. So yep, there it is again. All right, so what I'm thinking about doing is watching those cartoons, all those old cartoons, anything that is of that or of the faces on stuff, it's been triggering the pineal gland. So thinking about it is triggering it. If I imagine he's on me, it starts triggering it. So yeah, I'm gonna start watching some Disney cartoons. How about that? Stay tuned for more Grim Nasty TV. Onward we go through the fog. Because when we get awake, we stay awake.